to the solutions for the ACET 2024 maths paper. We're at questions 13 to 14. Question 13 is from implicit differentiation and question 14 is from sequences and series. Both of these are 2 marks questions, so pay close attention. If you get these correct, you will be a lot more ahead in the competition. So what do we have to do here? We can just differentiate it directly, right? So if we differentiate directly, we will get 1 plus 2x equal to x dy dx plus y. Now you do not have the value of y, right? So I can take the value of y from this original equation itself. If I do that, what will I get? I'll get 1 plus 2x equal to x dy dx plus what is y? Y, I can just move x to the left hand side. That will give me 1 plus x square by x. Now no need to do anything fancier. Just put the value of x, you'll get your answer. So put the value of x, you will end up with 1 plus 2 root 2 at x equal to root 2. You have 1 plus 2 root 2 is equal to root 2 dy dx plus 1 plus root 2 plus 2 by root 2. Now multiply by root 2, what will you get? Multiply throughout by root 2, you will get root 2 plus, now root 2 into root 2 makes 2, 2 into 2 makes 4. So this will be 2 dy dx and this will be 1 plus root 2 plus 2 because the root 2 gets cancelled out from denominator. Okay, we essentially multiplied this entire thing by root 2. Now these two will cancel. 1 plus 2 is 3 on the left hand side, 4 minus 3 becomes 1 and this 2 goes to the denominator, so half will be equal to dy dx. If half is equal to dy dx, then the answer you should mark is option B. Okay, very simple. No need to arrange it in some sort of an elegant way. No need to find the value of x. No need to do all these things because this is not a theoretical question. This is a practical question. You just have to place the value of x as root 2 and get the answer and be done with it. Okay, moving on. Next, given a, b, c, d are in arithmetic progression. Okay, fine. If we know that these are in arithmetic progression, then what can we write them as? We can write b as a plus h. I'm not using d as the common difference because d is already a variable here. We don't want you to get confused. So c will be equal to a plus 2h and d will be equal to a plus 3h, right? And a, b, d are in geometric progression. So b will be equal to ar and d will be equal to ar square. So b is equal to ar. This is also equal to a plus h, right? So that means r will be equal to a plus h by a, right? D is equal to a r square. Now instead of r, let us keep this as it is. We will replace something else. Let us replace h instead. So what will this imply? This will imply a into r minus 1 will be equal to h. D is equal to a r square. This is also equal to a plus 3h, right? So what does this mean? This means a r square is equal to a plus 3 into this entire term, a r minus 1. Now I can cancel a because obviously a is non-zero. If a is 0, a, b, d geometry progression means everything else will be 0. So and c will also be 0. So everything will be 0 and you will be violating this condition, a less than b. Okay, because at that moment if everything is 0, then a will be equal to b. Alright, so I can cancel a and that would give me r square equal to 1 plus 3r minus 3. Keeping them all to one side, I'll get r square minus 3r plus 2 equal to 0. This is r minus 1 into r minus 2 equal to 0. Now r can be 1 or 2, right? R cannot be 1 because a less than b and b is equal to ar, right? Again this condition, b is equal to ar and a less than b. If a is less than b, then r cannot be 1 because if r is equal to 1, then b will be equal to a and that condition gets violated. So r is equal to 2. This is fixed. R is 2. Fine. If r is equal to 2, then what can we get? Now for r equal to 2, once we have confirmed that value, we can get the value of b as 2a and d as 4a, right? So what will we take as c? Well, c from here can be written as b plus h, right? So if c is equal to b plus h, then we would just have to look into the value of we would have to look into the relation between the values of a and b, right? So c is equal to b plus h. Now b is equal to 2a, Okay, let us go to D directly instead. If we go to D, what do we have? D is equal to 4a, right? And this is equal to a plus 3h. So that means we have 3a equal to 3h, which would give us a equal to h. Right? If a is equal to h, then c would be equal to 3a. Right? So we have a, b, c and d. Now we have to compute c square plus d square by a square plus b square. Right? All of them can be written in terms of a. So c square will be 3a whole square plus d square will be 4a whole square. This will be a square, b square will be 2a whole square. So this is 9a square plus 16, this is 25a square. This is 4a square, 5a square. So this will be again 5. Option A. Okay. This was a bit more complicated than the previous one because there were a lot of moving parts. And what you usually take as the common difference D is already a part of the variables. So that makes it a bit more complicated because when you are thinking, you can sometimes mess up the variables, just like I did when I was trying with C. Since I am trying it for the first time, that could also happen to you. But if you are well versed with these chapters, you will know where you are going wrong and then you will course correct. So then again, 2 marks question, so it was expected to be a bit difficult. Unlike this question 13, which was a 2 marks question and yet was easier. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, no issues. Make sure that you have revised the entire chapter. If you have revised these portions, then these two should not pose any challenge for you. Okay, but if you need any help in revising, if you need any mock tests, doubt classes, revision classes, crash courses, anything of that sort, do not hesitate to contact the numbers that are given on the banner. The mobile number that you see has WhatsApp enabled, so you can drop a message there. You can also write an email to the email ID that is mentioned. Our team monitors both of these contact points, so you can expect a swift reply. If you have any comment, suggestion or feedback for this video, do not hesitate to use the comment section on YouTube. The video description will also contain important links to our institute as well as some details about the exam, so you can get the contact information from there and get in touch with us. Do not hesitate to contact us for any help that you might need academically. We will try our best to provide you with the help that you need. With that being said, I'll end this video here. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye. Take care.